A lot more recipes to choose from. They come with recipes on a card rather than a sheet of A4 paper. It's probably a bit bigger than A4, which can get damaged, and it doesn't really have a folder. This you can get folders for. It comes with punch holes here that you can just put them in your folder to keep and make another time if you like the recipe. Normally I score my recipe cards and say, you know, what I value them at. Anyway, that's the bones of what Gousto's about. So this particular recipe is crispy fried chicken, 714 calories here, and it tells you the other elements here. So I actually picked that I'm going to make 4 portions of this, even though there isn't 4 of me, because what I do is I do tend to freeze them, which is great for everything but salad type of things. It works, or mayonnaise, come to that, but everything else can pretty much be frozen, and then those last me throughout the month. So generally I will pick 5 recipes for 4 people, and it continues through the month. I'm sure I used to be able to do 5 recipes for 5 people, but I don't seem to be able to do that anymore. It's just down to 3 people. So let's get on with some of the ingredients that come with this and the food prep, and give you my thoughts on the recipe at the end. Alright, then we have a chicken burger. I actually chose the thighs rather than chicken breast. I'm sure if you're worried about calories, then you know you might want to do chicken breast. It does cost an extra 50p per serving, so for me it would have been £2 extra, but sometimes chicken thighs work better, particularly when you're going to be reheating like I am. So again, you've got all your ingredients here, quite a few ingredients for this one, and then on the back this. So the nice thing is it will tell you the additional things that you need. So Gousto will provide you eggs. Shock horror, not many companies do that, but you still have to provide certain things, and it also then gives you your allergies and things like that. So if you're gluten intolerant, then you wouldn't be having this one because of the buns, although they do have recipes where they include gluten-free bread. Alright, so we have our potatoes here, we have the soy, we have tomatoes, they're in good condition, corn flour for the chicken, mayo pouches, balsamic, we have this. So you sometimes look at it and you think, well, there's an awful lot of waste going to go on there, and it's true. But you know what, when I buy salad, because I'm not a big salad person, then my salad I end up throwing out anyway. Oregano and paprika, and my puppy is very interested in this. Good times. Alright, so that's what we have for the burger that I'm going to be having. Whether I have that with the salad or not is a whole nother story. Alright, so what we need to do, that was out of focus, wasn't it? What we need to do is cut some potatoes, basically making some chips with that. And there's 6 of these. And I'm sure if I'd done them on day 1 they wouldn't have so many ears on them. And the only other thing I really need to prepare is some garlic. The salad stuff is just using lettuce and tomato, and obviously you put some sort of dressing with that. So I'm going to do a bit of that, but like I say, I'm not really a salad person. So all you're going to do, I mean, I'm going to ninja my chips, because I tend to do that, or fries, depends on how you want to word it. Same difference. So all I'm doing is, it's up to you, the size really. It's not, I don't think it's specific. I should look at the instructions, gosh, and a few of these. Just says put vegetable oil, non-stick paper, shove them in the non-stick baking paper, yeah, and shove them in the oven with some salt and pepper. So it doesn't really say if they're, it says thin chips, so this is kind of okay. And I was going to put them on a tray ready to go into the Ninja. Quite often, I mean, I have to prepare food, I think I said before, sitting down, because I can't stand for that long, but this kind of recipe is really straightforward. I can't remember what's involved on the chicken. I think we're going to make some sort of marinade for the chicken, and yeah, you're going to make like a marinade. It's basically soy sauce and some paprika, and you're going to stir it all together, and then you're actually going to add the corn flour to the mix with some dried oregano. So I'm going to knock that out too, and then I'm also going to be air frying it. So well, actually I don't think you add the corn flour to it. I think you're going to put the chicken thighs into the flour mix, basically, with the oregano, salt and pepper, the usual stuff. And then I'm going to air fry the chicken as well, which doesn't take that long in an air fryer. I trust my air fryer more than I trust my oven. I've not long moved, and I've definitely not got used to the oven. I don't think it's great. So I'm going to get on with this, and I will show you once it's done what it all looks like. I forgot to mention about the garlic. So all we're doing with this is chopping it, and you can grate it as well if you prefer. So I will chop mine, and it's just going to be added to the mayonnaise for like the dressing for the burger, not for the salad. Because I make 4 portions at a time, then some of this will be stored, and mayonnaise does not work well in storage. So I will do the garlic, which is fine to freeze, and then I will just add mayo to it as I take it out the freezer. Alright, so that is the potatoes ready for cooking. Got my garlic roughly chopped. If you don't like raw garlic, then probably use a little bit less, or just have it as mayo. I'm probably one that would want more garlic rather than less. Anyway, that is food prep done other than the salad stuff, and I'm not too worried about that, like I say, because it's not overly something that I'm keen on. So I'm going to get now to cooking, and I will show you what it's like afterwards. And this is what we end up with. So plenty of chicken on here, isn't there? I put a little bit of tomato on this too. Mayonnaise for me is never enough, and yeah, but it looks good. My little salad with my balsamic, so it's not the lettuce gone off, it's just balsamic dressing with olive oil. And then my fries. I actually probably shortchanged this portion in comparison to the others, but I will show you what it looks like for the freezer. And did you know those freezer boxes, if I forget to tell you afterwards, if you've got a label on them and you put them in the microwave with a little bit of water in the pots and you microwave them, that the label will come off. There you go, just so you know. Alrighty, okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, my thoughts on the chicken. It was really good. I enjoyed the chicken. Salad I'm just not that keen on, but I had a little bit. Other than these gem lettuces, again not my favourite, but I understand that they last probably longer than most, so I can understand why. But the lettuce of course was fine with inside the burger. Very nice. I toasted this also in the air fryer, so I did all mine in the air fryer, so it's slightly different. Fries were good, can't go wrong with them. And the chicken was well cooked and very, very crispy. Possibly too crispy, but that isn't necessarily the fault of Gousto. It's more the point of the air fryer, really, but I do prefer using it, so that's where we have it. And these are your directions. So mine were, it was a very easy one to make, so it's something you can quickly throw together with a few ingredients, and it should turn out just fine. Like I say, if you like salad, go for that. Maybe you'd prefer some sort of veg on the side. All right, for freezing, I tend to put, this is a 2 container, well I class as 2, so depending on the size of something like this, it may go in a separate bag, or it may go in with it. This one I'm actually going to put in with it. This is the garlic, ready to add mayonnaise. Do not freeze mayonnaise, it turns into water, doesn't work, tried it. And my fries ready to go, which I think is a bigger portion than what I actually had. That said, what I had was incredibly full, so yes, I'm full even without eating all that salad, so that's always a good thing. Anyway, so all I then do is put a lid on, put a little label on with any special instructions. Like this one says add mayo to the garlic, also says to add a salad. Probably won't do that, but you know, that's the principle of it. I always say it even if I don't end up doing it. I just pop that down and the lid does go on and it's ready to rock and roll. So I hope you've enjoyed something a little bit different. Like I say, a really easy one to make, so do recommend it. It was very crispy. Could always do with more mayo from my point of view, but it was still really good. The garlic in the mayo was very tasty actually, and the fries were just fries. I mean, nothing spectacular about the fries, they're just fries, but I didn't need any ketchup with them or anything, so I guess that's a plus. And like I say, there's your instructions. So thank you very much for watching something a little bit different, and if you have any comments then please feel free to leave them.